I reckon Aelin is Orin's sister, because they made some reference to Orin's sibling, and they both have the same, like the white eyes, the facial scars. Orin is quite pale, and with the white blonde, platinum blonde hair, she could be an Azamar. So I reckon they're siblings. Don't know what that means. Let's just
I have to hurry.
I have to hurry. Hello. You did really well, Shadowheart. You managed to... I think you managed to blind the immortal Ketheric, and you shone a light in the face of an avatar of a god. So that's pretty cool. But before I go looting, level up! Level 10 Warlock. Another cantrip. God, I use so many. I have such variety of the cantrips I cast. How am I going to choose? Fiendish Resilience. Choose a damage type and become resistant. You can pick a new damage type each short rest. That's pretty cool. What is it? Where is that from? No, I take it back. That is actually the level 10 Fiend Warlock thing. I didn't know that. Cool. And a new spell. I thought long and hard, and I think I'm going to go with True Strike. I think it's quite an underrepresented spell, and it's actually a lot better than people give it credit. No, I'm totally kidding. I'm going to go for Bonfire because it's a fire damage cantrip, and according to the phrasing of Flames of Phlegethos, it will still trigger it. I was actually reading about Cloud of Daggers recently. It's like one of the only spells in the game that deals damage without needing a save or a roll to hit, which is pretty interesting. I feel that's a typo in Negative Energy Flood. If the target is an undead, they gain 5d122 temporary hit points. I assume that is 5d12. I think for the spell I'm going to go with Planar Binding, and I'm not sure if... I think this is a mod added one, but allows you to bind a celestial, elemental, fey, or fiend to fight with you. Yay! Fairly sure this is the first time I've ever had level 10 characters. He gets a feat. Right, because he's a rogue. And rogues are, I don't want to say boring, but... Boring! I've never tried Sharpshooter. I'm going to give it a go. I think it's said to be pretty decent. Cool that they don't have descriptions. I'm also tempted by Piercer, but an additional 10 damage is higher than whatever the damage roll will be from this. Then again, I suppose this doesn't cause a penalty. No, he's usually got such a high to hit chance, and the not being affected by high ground seems pretty useful, so I'll go with that. I was being facetious, by the way. I don't think rogues are boring. It's just they're one of the, I guess, vanilla classes. Them fighters, and I mean it would be wizards, I guess, as the third. That because they are standard, don't have the massive variety of abilities that some of the others do, and therefore have feats. Although, you know, wizards don't get that, but fighters and rogues do. Gain an animal aspect. Oh my god. Chimpanzee. Throwing camp supplies blinds targets. It's the equivalent of throwing shit. To be honest, none of these are really appealing. Elk, giving yourself and nearby allies movement speed sounds decent. If you're poisoned, frightened, or charmed, 50% chance to start raging. So rare that those happen. I'll go with the elk. Extra movement speed for my charger is a good bet. Shadowheart. Are we finally going to get some bloody answers from Aelin yet? Oh, Divine Intervention. Can never be used again. Sorry, can never be used again. Are you kidding me, game? What is this? Can never be used again. In actual D&D, it can be used like once per long rest, unless they intervene. It's like a chance they won't. Unless they intervene, in which case it can't be used for 7 days. Not, you get one wish. Gods are now genies. I'll go with Sacred Flame, because that's useful for if I'm not stood next to the target. And I'll take Mass Cure Wounds as the extra spell.
I need healing.
Yeah, I know.
There There is work to do.
That's okay. You can try out your brand new spell. And heal everybody. Yay. Aelin? Do you need healing? No. Yeah, sure. Heal Wrath as well. Oh, that didn't really help you that much, but everybody else feels great. Alright, let's start the looting process. Some Glod. Poison Spore, sure. Ooh, a ring. And what is this? The Grand Design, Invitation to Lord Gortash. Amulet of the Absolute. A couple of Severed Heads. And the Invasion Plans. Classic. Oh, and the Absolute End. Invitation to Lord Gortash. Lord Gortash, the Committee of Concerned Patriarchs would like to extend an invitation to a formal meeting at the High Hall to discuss plans for the economic livelihood of Baldur's Gate. I'll take that. Tells me where to find him. Another book by Gortash. The Grand Design is the Mind Flayer's species-wide ambition to return to the days of their conquering greatness through an act of sudden mass metamorphosis. Giving the Elder Brain, in overall command, an implacable army of illithid slave warriors with which to defeat all their old enemies, human and humanoid, Githyanki, and Ulitharid? No idea what that is. Of course, this is delusional madness, megalomania on a cosmic scale. This is coming from me, Lord Gortash, and I know just how to turn it to our purposes. We're going to help the Mind Flayers enact their grand design, but only in the way that suits us. The Illithid shall have their crusade to enslave, but they will be acting in turn as our slaves, and we shall determine the how, when, and where of their great Illithid outbreak. To be precise, I, Gortash, Lord Gortash of Baldur's Gate, will determine these things, as this is clearly a Bainite task. I'm just gathering all the bloody evidence against him now. Underneath this book concerning the cult of the Absolute and the dangers it presents is scrawled this response. This hastily written drivel is admittedly well-intentioned. Its author is clearly fizzing with fear of the Absolute. The problem is that they conflate the rise of the cult with other things like the heat death of the universe, the resurrection of one-eyed Vecna the Lich, the proliferation of necromantic excess, and even the withering of some imported fruits and chult. They need a glass of water and a lie down. I'll take the Amulet of the Absolute. Some more brains. What are these used for anyway? Psychic resistance. Oh yeah, that might have been helpful. God, those legs look fucking awful like that. God, that's particularly unpleasant. Alright, before I loot Ketheric, I do want to head back and put the brain in the brain holder. Because I am worried I'm not going to be able to come back here. So I'm just going to bugger off. Aelin, wait for me, please.
The door pulses in recognition.
Yeah, open, please.
The presence is weak now. A hollow vessel without a heart. It doesn't resist.
Did it ever? So that's presumably because the Elder Brain has buggered off. Quick heal. I'm just going to exterminate these other brains. I hope that's okay. Oh! Bloody hell! It's now up to 3 beams. Yeah! Eve's damage output has just increased by 50%. Really glad I got that bonfire cantrip. That's going to make all the difference. Closed mind.
They won't be laughing much longer. Won't be any more of this. No gnomes in the city. Watch, Brevin. This Gortash fella's got an idea.
Uh-oh.
Kind of a training camp. Don't know how it gets me into the watch, but he seems the smart sort.
Okay. That was totally worth coming back for, thanks. Oh! I killed one and another one noticed for the first time. This won't be hard. Oh, yeah, hang on. I forgot to Common. Oh, it's in passives, right. Passives! So I toggle it on there. Good to know. Sacred Flame! Good work, Shadowheart.
Is that blood?
Nice playing with your new
never mind.
toy. What the hell are you guys still doing here? I've killed him. Get out. Ketheric! Where were we? Doesn't feel grim at all.
In death, the body is cooling, but energy radiates from the stone.
Oh.
Remarkable.
Oh.
Truly. And now the picture comes together. The Absolute is neither god nor man. It is the Elder Brain you saw. Held here by those three against its will. The crown it wears controls it, and these stones control the crown. It has been dominated. To master an Elder Brain, to subdue it. Our enemies are formidable.
I'm suddenly a little bit worried that you're in league with the brain. Is that weird to say? How's it you're able to leave the prism now? What are these stones? I came here looking for a cure. Do you know who our enemies are? Ketheric transformed. What was that? Hopefully I'm going to get to ask all of these. How is it you're able to leave the astral prism now?
A temporary reprieve, but a welcome one. With a brain on its way to the city, its influence here is weakened.
That doesn't really answer anything. What are these stones?
The crown's markings suggest it was forged in Netheril, an ancient empire whose mastery over magic rivaled that of the gods. It is a crown of domination. The stones were taken from its crest. They are nether stones, imbued with the ability to control the wearer of the crown. The crown's Netherese magic must be the true source of the parasite's abilities. This must be what elevates their potential. And it must be the reason nobody could heal you. If the crown can do this to the parasite, I dare not imagine what it is doing to the brain.
Do you know who our enemies are?
One of them I know, Lord Enver Gortash, an arms dealer and a slaver. A worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me, but the way she spoke, it is most likely she follows Baal, god of murder. Ketheric was a follower of Merkel, which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, and our enemies are the chosen of the dead three.
Alright, looking at her again, Orin doesn't have facial scars. It's like a wibbly effect. I still think there's a decent chance she's related to Aelin, though. I didn't come here to fight gods. I just want my parasite removed. Chosen of the Dead 3. What do we do now? What hope do we have? Chosen of the Dead 3?
Bane, Baal, and Merkel. The tyrant, the assassin, and the necromancer. They are known to pick from their most devout followers a chosen, granting them incredible powers. Each one alone would be a formidable enemy. But working together and controlling an Elder Brain, I dare not imagine what they might achieve.
What do we do now?
We prepare for the fight of our lives, and the lives of everyone in Faerun. The army of the Absolute is marching on Baldur's Gate. Within the city, an Elder Brain, brimming with power, ready to turn everyone within its reach into mind flayers. All it needs is an order. An order the Death Gods chosen are on the cusp of giving. We must wrest control of the brain from the chosen before that happens. We must take their stones. Our chances of success are slim, but we must not fail. If we fail, everything ends. I will be your shield, but you must be the sword. And when the chance comes to strike, you must take it, for there may only be one chance.
Well, I didn't get to ask a question. That was one of the questions. Oh, Aelin's just buggered off. Yeah, we're currently stood on the corpse of Ketheric, and she's like, look, when you get the chance, you're going to have to take it. Okay, you've got to promise me that you'll take it. Don't miss the chance. And it's like, one of them is dead at your feet right now. Crumpled note. Papa, I love you. Aww. Taking that. Ketheric's Warhammer. A +1 Warhammer which deals psychic damage. This hammer's weight is centered on an enchanted obsidian at the base of the head. Some nights before bed, Ketheric would sneak a wave-faced glance at the hammer and think about the stone. Weird. Supply pack for some reason. Ketheric's shield. It is a cool looking shield. +1 to spell save DC and spell attack rolls. Damn. That'd be really good if Shadowheart didn't have an adamantine one. In the Theatre of Dreams, Ketheric killed his wife every night. That wasn't how things happened, but always upon waking he would glare into the dark, long-faced and solemn, and he would think, I keep you alive with my memories, beloved. I kill you with what I've become. Weird. Reaper's Embrace. That is very good. When activated, you can't be moved against your will. Reaper's Rigidity. Numbs. What is that? Movement speed halved. Spellcaster's advantage on attack rolls. Okay. I don't normally take armor, but I take unique armor. So I will send that to Lae'zel. Okay. I guess we teleport out now.
Been thinking on all
You saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him?
Mind.
The tadpole, the absolute. How?
Would you please wait until the bloody level loads before you load cutscenes and dialogue? It's very frustrating. I mean, all of this seems incredibly open and shut, I want to say. She's like, how is he connected? We just saw how he's connected, Karlach. I don't know how the plot fits together, but we will stop him. He's a servant of Bane as Ketheric served Merkel. Who knows what powers he's gained? We'll find out. It seems he's a servant of Bane as Ketheric served Merkel. Who knows what powers he's gained since you knew him?
I'd never have protected a Baneite even a decade ago. I looked after that fucker with my life. I trusted him. He gave me away to Zariel without a second thought. And now he's looking to ruin the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him.
Okay. Okay, calm down. Not if I kill him first. I know Karlach's annoyed, but the whole, like, he sold me into slavery to a devil, but he worshipped a god I don't like, and that I can never forgive. Careful, Karlach, you're burning up.
You bet your ass I am. And I won't stop till that fucker is dead.
Oh, we're back in Moonrise. Oh, Withers, you're here. And Jaheira? All my friends.
Thou dog list, while time is precious.
My dogs are barking.
You bet your ass I'm going to kill him. God, my dogs are barking. Ooh, running hot. What is running hot? Ooh, interesting. Jaheira.
Our enemies spread like rub rot. Treat one patch, and 2 more bloom in its place.
That sounds like an
An
STD.
elder brain, bound by lost Netherese magic, with servants of the Dead Three holding the chain. Reminds me of old times.
Yeah, I bet it does. You almost seem like you're enjoying yourself. You tangled with the Dead Three before. Spent a lot of time in Mind Flayer colonies, have you? You've tangled with the Dead Three before?
Extensively. Mind flayers, too. But I never dreamed of seeing gods and Illithids working in concert. It is most disturbing. But take courage. We have killed a man who could not die, and stripped the Absolute's army of its general. You have a Netherstone, and you're on the scent of 2 more. These Chosen have reason to fear you, and I would like to be at your side when you confront them.
You want to join me? I'll be glad to have you by our side. Why the hell do we get 2 druids? Seriously. 2 druids, both of which you get very late in the game. it's a bizarre choice when there are classes that are not represented in the party at all, even when there are clear options like Alfira as a bard. And I know that, like, people have said bards don't really work in this game because it's a bit too combat heavy, but 2 druids. I'll be glad to have you by my side.
Glad to be there. Falling foul of Ketheric convinced me that my grand adventures were behind me. That even if I survived, I should hang up my blades. But you convinced me otherwise. We ventured into darkness together. Now we've come out the other side. I'd say I'm feeling a little refreshed.
You're covered in blood.
When we reach Baldur's Gate, there will be even darker paths to tread. I will follow you wherever they lead.
I'll see you at camp.
How does it compare to a shadow-cursed inn? With the Absolute's army gone, the Risen Road should be clear. We can follow it all the way to Baldur's
Surely,
Gate.
if we...
There's a Harper's safe house in Worm's Crossing. Denthelan's Dancing Axe. We do well to check in with them before entering the city proper. Beyond that, our course is yours to set. Find me at your camp, huh? I can remember how to take orders, as well as give them.
Surely if we go to Baldur's Gate, the place that we know they're besieging, we're just gonna bump into them. Hang on. Okay, yeah, there isn't actually anything helpful on these. No, okay, I was hoping there might be a map showing... Actually, no, it's shown on this map that they're going this way and we can go the other way. But no, it's just armies going to Baldur's Gate, we're going to Baldur's Gate. Screw it, just follow the same path, why not?
Watching out for me. You lot could have tossed me back in the shadows.
Oh, Art.
No fist left.
What the hell are you doing here?
When Duke Elton formed the Flaming Fist, he sought out people of courage and honor to fill its ranks. You saved Thaniel, lifted the curse, and killed an immortal. It's safe to say you'd have been recruited in an instant.
Thank you. It would have been an honor to serve under Duke Elton. The Flaming Fists are nothing but mercenaries. Immoral ones. How did you make it here? What about the Flaming Fists you've met here? What do you think of them? I grew up hearing stories of Duke Elton. While I normally like to go with the background ones, I don't see Eve as a Baldurian, so, you know, I pick and choose those. How did you make it here?
A Flaming Fist? A novice, actually. She dropped everything to make sure I made it here safe.
Why?
I heard about Duke Ravengard's capture. If his soldiers are anything to go by, he is a man to admire and respect.
Oh, not anymore. He's been tadpoled.
I hope you can save him. For the good of Baldur's Gate.
Come with me. I could use a Flaming Fist by my side. He's a half-naked bandage man from a century ago. I mean, fuck it. I'm just recruiting everyone. Come with me. I could use a Flaming Fist by my side.
Thank you. But look at me. I am a relic. A glimpse of history barely strong enough to stand on his own 2 feet. Besides, Thaniel should have someone here when he wakes up. It's the least I can do.
Yeah, alright. I'm okay with that. Once we leave, this place will be pretty empty. Will you be alright?
You don't have to worry about me. The truth is, the Shadowfell broke something inside me. Something no healer can fix. I don't know how long I have, but because of you, Thaniel is safe. Because of you, I could help him as he helped me. So, thank you, my friend. And know that I have no regrets.
Okay. Oh, Halsin's here.
Thaniel.
And Isabel's here. Bloody hell, everybody's here. Oh, Tally.
Aelin! Isabel! My love,
Yeah.
you were dead. I saw your body. I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer. I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo.
had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead.
His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right?
I will be. And you?
In this moment, I want for nothing.
Ah, there you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is...
Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy.
What?
And fought well against your changed father.
Fuck you.
May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later?
What the hell was that? I mean, I was ready to make a joke about, I'm not going to call Ketheric homophobic, but, you know, he did lock up his daughter's girlfriend and then tell his daughter that her girlfriend had died, and that seems pretty extreme. But, what the hell was that there with, oh, yes, they freed me, and then they watched me defeat Ketheric, and they were there too. Screw you, Aelin. I did most of the work there. I mean, admittedly, you did a lot of damage, but you could not have won that without us. You were literally trapped again. I've saved you twice now. Come on. You'd be most welcome. It's a little crowded. If you have something to say, say it now. Did I hear you correctly before? You are Ketheric Thorm's daughter? The thing that we asked you about and you denied?
I am. And I'm glad he's dead. But this is precisely what I want to speak to you about later. It'll keep. I promise.
She's very pretty. Fine, I'll see you at camp.
Very good. We look forward to it.
Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies.
Oh my
and
god.
words.
What is wrong with you?
We'll see you later.
You know you fucking promised Shadowheart some personal revelations. This is twice now. Twice. You've been like, yes, I will tell you this thing. Okay, I'm not going to tell you now, I'll tell you later. Okay, it's later. But I'm not going to tell you now, I'm going to tell you later. My girlfriend's here, and it's been like 100 years since we were trying, you know, we just kind of want... Screw you, Aelin. Like, you have fallen off, in my opinion, massively by glory hogging and then just leaving Shadowheart in the... Like, she's going through an existential crisis, and you're like... I'm kind of horny, so... Later?